Great. Well, welcome to Transformation Tuesday. Yes, Transformation Tuesday for January 9th, 2024. Let's take a deep breath in here. And total gratitude that we can take a breath. How's that? And Transformation Tuesday, we are paradigm shifters. And paradigm shifters, we are a dedicated, glowing, global community dedicated to shift and uplift the planet. How's that sound? So I want to read to you something. We've been going strong at this since March of 2020. Every Tuesday we bring in a guest speaker for some transformation messages for you. And I want to read to you. And this is for January 2024. Our topic is opening doors in 2024. So before we start, I want to read to you a little something from A Year of Miracles. Yes. Okay. And it's just this little bit that really caught my attention today because today is day 9 of 2024. And so I'm going to take a deep breath in and invite you to listen and see how these words could be all of us. I needn't worry whether the universe intends my greater good, for it intends a greater good for all living things. The divine weaver is always weaving. I am a thread in the eternal tapestry of God's golden creation. No more or less than anyone else. My accepting this allows me to relax into a consistent knowing that I am blessed. I shall feel this blessing as I choose to bless others. Yeah, love it. So I am so very thrilled and pleased to have as our guest speaker today, Smriti Shivdasani. How's that? Did I say it right?
You did well. Judy, thank you for having me here. So grateful for you.
Oh, I am so grateful for you as well. So let me tell you a little bit about Smriti. So she's an entrepreneur whose journey embodies resilience and unwavering passion. Initially rooted in a successful banking career, Smriti transitioned courageously, I love that word, courageously, to establish 2 thriving businesses, real estate and relocation services, as well as a creative venture in handmade jewelry and home accessories. However, her path took an unexpected turn when faced with a challenging battle against cancer. This turning point sparked a deep exploration into alternative healing methods, stemming from her fascination with the intricate connections between mind, body, and spirit. Driven by this newfound passion, she immersed herself in diverse healing modalities, ultimately emerging as a certified life coach and transformation facilitator. Smriti's expertise spans, I want to know so much more about these, radical forgiveness coaching, body whispering facilitation, light healing frequencies, and the transformative light key wellness system. Woo! Through emotionally charged workshops and intimate coaching, she guides individuals towards lives filled with genuine love and fulfillment. Beyond her achievements, Smriti is the visionary founder of She Thrives, a vibrant women's community dedicated to fostering empowerment and growth. Her journey is a testament to resilience, passion, and unwavering commitment to empowering others. Wow. So welcome, Smriti. to a Transformation Tuesday. Come on in here and tell us a little about your journey.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me here. It's such an honor and such a privilege to be here, and I'm so grateful. Yes. So my journey, if I can say, has been a challenging journey. Uh, having seen a time when I was literally on the road, I had no money, I had no job, I had no family to support me, and I had my differences, and it was like my way or the highway, and I was literally on the highway with nothing in my hand, and I started my life like from scratch, and started my first business, which was relocation consultant and a real estate consultant, and there has been no looking back ever. uh, One thing I knew when in that moment when I had nothing in my hand, it was a very, very scary moment. But there was a promise I made to myself. I said, never again in my life will I ever be in a situation where I'm feeling helpless and powerless and don't know what to do. And I feel as if I have to depend on others for, in that moment, survival, not just, thriving. And once I made that decision that I'm going to become a very financially independent person and going to make something out of my life, it's just been, an upward trend. I've never, never, never looked back, and I have no regrets. And of course, I went on to create a beautiful life. And I'm so grateful and proud of that. And I went on to also reestablish all the relationships that had, gone off the road. And I enjoy a lovely existence today. I have a beautiful family. I have a wonderful, body of work that I do, which contributes to so many people. And I feel that at one point of time, I felt like a victim facing all those different circumstances, not nice relationships, no money, things like that. But today, I have utmost gratitude for my journey with all its challenges, with what I would earlier call bad stuff, tough stuff. But now I know better. I've only, I've only grown from it. I have discovered parts of me that I never thought existed. And I'm really grateful for this journey. And the tryst with cancer has been something else. 12 years now. Again, in 2012, when I first got a diagnosis, it was like, earth shattered for me. It was not easy. I can't say, yeah, I embraced it, and none of that. It was a shock. I had already lost my mom to cancer. And within a few months of my diagnosis, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and he passed away within 5 months of his diagnosis. So it was not just me dealing with what was happening with my body, but it was also dealing with what had happened with dad quite quickly. And that's around that time when I got my diagnosis, when someone referred to me some alternate healing work. And I had never explored it, but I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. And the first session with the healer was mind blowing, and I was fascinated. I had never been exposed to, or it had not come into my awareness, that there is a mind body spirit connection. Cancer was cancer, physiological. I didn't think that it was related to, the emotional stuff and mental stuff, etc. So it started as a understanding that how I think, how I function affects my body. I got that. And that, I think, was my journey for the first few years, till I got to this particular place where I recognized that it's also beyond mind and emotions and stuff like that, that there is a spiritual disconnect. And that became my core, right? I started exploring that aspect because up until now, I had focused on, changing my mindset, working on my emotions because I largely grew up stressed and angry and upset about life. So I could understand those connections, right? That how it had affected my body. But what created that in the first place? And that's when I started recognizing that what's missing is, or where I'm really sick, is at the spirit level. And if I can work with that and recognize that I'm more than what I've believed myself to be, that I have never been a victim, that I have always been resourced, even though I didn't know it, I think that was became very important to me along the journey. And from the time I shifted my focus to that aspect of me, I feel and I believe that I have healed. It may not show at a physical level, but I know it deep down inside that I I I am happy. I am at peace. I am content. Of course, never satisfied, always, wanting to explore more. But there's a level of contentment which I cannot describe. So I think that spiritual, if I may use the word healing, I don't know whether it's an appropriate word, but that is my focus. And living with a fourth stage diagnosis has not deterred me. In 2019, I was very clearly told that everything is very critical and we can't give you any hope. And yeah, technically, what I have is incurable, rare, all of that. But that doesn't bother me one bit anymore. That's like okay, fine. That's something. One can deal with that. But what's most important to me is discovering who I am. And that is my current journey. Just the discovery of who we are as humanity, who we are as individuals, and what am I here to do. And so my life has become about service. How can I serve? Because I believe I've been given this journey, this story, to experience that there is a vastness of spirit that we cannot even begin to fathom and comprehend. I can use words that we are infinite and stuff like that, but in experience, one is nowhere close to what is actually possible. So that is my path. That hey, if despite this 10 things, I can be happy and I can thrive no matter what has gone on in my life. I have thrived and I continue to thrive, and nothing can pull me down and say, oh, this is not possible, it's so difficult, and I'm ready to give up. No, if I can thrive through it all, through no money, through tough relationships, through terminal, diagnosis, then there is something to us, right? There's something that is um, enabling us to move through it all, to expand through it all, not just move through it, but to expand through it, from it. So there is something that is phenomenal about each and every one of us. And I'm enjoying discovering it. And if it's so beautiful, then why not enable more to do it? And of course, you can't force anybody to do it, but just be an invitation. And that's who I be. That's what I be an invitation. So if I have to say, what's my journey all about? It's about thriving, discovering, and having fun along the way.
What a
I
beautiful.
love my life.
Well, I love what you said. How can I serve? No matter where you are, right? And an expansion. And I'm so curious about you are in India, yes?
Yes, yes.
And I am, well, 12 hours, I think, behind you, right? And to have this conversation about thriving, we're holding the entire globe right here with a conversation about thriving.
Absolutely.
I just, it just blows my mind. But I want to ask you, the last time we talked, you, I want to know more. You said something in the end about this community and help
Yes.
others. And I am so curious about She Thrives and where that the idea, where did that percolate? Um, the people that are coming into this community of She Thrives, is it just in India? I just, please tell me.
So, my team and I, we were talking about 2024 and the years to come, the next maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. And we were talking about what is the legacy that I want to leave behind. And what is it that, you know, what is it that really means a lot to me? And of course, empowering people means a lot. But what I wanted to do was focus on something that is so me and what I am here individually to bring as my story or as my experience or as my, I feel that whatever is a hardship, like, I have been a Buddhist practitioner for many years. And one of the things that I have studied in my Buddhist practice many, many years back and has stayed with me is that in your hardship lies your mission, right? In your hardship lies your
I'm
mission.
really, here, please, everyone, pick up your pen. In your hardship lies your mission. Okay, you can
Right?
continue, but I
Right?
just want to put a pause right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So if I look back at my life, what I see is that there have been a lot of hardships, and I'm sure that everybody has their own share of hardships, right? And it's not a matter of comparison that my hardship is bigger than yours or yours is bigger than mine. A hardship is a hardship. A lot of us go through challenges, ups, downs, etc. And the thing about me, what we like when we were observing and we were looking at my stories and my life, this was the common thing that no matter what has occurred and no matter how deep I have fallen in my spirit, in my heart, in my strength, and all of that, I have always managed to rise and not just rise, but thrive,
Not
right?
just rise, but thrive. Yes. Yes.
So I I thrive. And that is the message. That is the legacy I said I want to leave behind. So that is something I know about. I have been there. I have done that. I am continuing to do it. Like every 10 days, I get into the hospital. I'm in hospital for 3 days for intense chemotherapy. I come back. I take 3, 4 days to recover. Sometimes it takes a little longer. And then again, I'm back to doing what I do. I don't say, oh, but in another 3 days, again, I'm going to get back into the hospital. So let it be. Maybe when we finish the treatment, then I will resume my work or then I will encourage somebody. I don't think like that.
So
And even when,
let
hmm,
me put this, you're talking about your current situation
Yes,
because you just got out of the hospital.
yes. And I'll be back again on Monday.
That was with when we were talking before. You were talking about your, um, you know, that you feel most alive when you're in your coaching. So,
Absolutely.
so you, because you just got out of the hospital, and then it is 11:30 at night where you are in
It's
India.
5 minutes to midnight
Oh my
now.
goodness! Oh my goodness! And I mean, sometimes I think, well, I can do that's commitment,
Right.
persistence, committed
It
to your
is.
mission.
It is.
Wow. Okay, to be keep
S-
on in your heart to fly.
So, so that's what I saw, that I thrive. I don't let anything stop me. And that is what I want to leave behind. That is what I want to introduce more and more people to. And when I was going through the kind of challenges that I was going through, and no support, no family, no friends, it was tough. And I wish there were some people that I could turn to, a community that I could have turned to, somebody who could have inspired me and uh, perhaps reminded me that I don't need to become bitter and I don't need to become angry. And maybe I could have had a different perspective to what was going on in my life. So, but I didn't have that, and I kind of learned on my own along the way, and I'm grateful that God sent me, people who gave me work, who gave me a chance, who gave me an opportunity, and I was able to create those two businesses. One took care of, you know, everything that I required to take care of myself financially. And then when I was financially comfortable, I established my second business, which was creative, where I designed jewelry, home accessories, and I made that business thrive. Through two thriving businesses, giving employment to so many women, whom I taught how to make jewelry, and so that it could, we taught some tribal women how to make votives, design votives, and stuff like that. I did so much work, which gave so much work to so many women out there. So I I remember one evening I was working with these people and they said, Smriti, you do not know how much those women bless you for the work that you're giving them, because they're getting an income that sustains their home. And we were doing a lot of export orders, etc. So, and this was all handmade stuff, whether it was home accessories, whether it was jewelry, it was all handmade. So I would teach people how to do it, and then they would do it. So there were a lot of these women who got work and on a jobbing basis. And I didn't realize the impact I was having till they actually brought it to my notice. So I know that I have done this for a long time. It's just that I have not formally done anything about it. I've just, been just doing whatever I can to empower people. So, what would I love to do in 2024 and years forward? And that's what we decided, that this is what I've done, this is what I know best, and this is what I want to bring to the table to whoever wants to have it. Because so many of us suffer from this: I'm not good enough, I'm not too sure I'll be able to do it. Where do I start? But there are doubts, there are fears. What do I do? How do I, get out of this procrastination? There's so many things that just come our way as part of our daily life. And it's so wonderful to be able to turn to somebody or a community and say, hey, I'm struggling. Can you help?
Mm, mm,
You
mm.
know, and I believe that uh, all of us women, we have so much experience under our belt. We play multiples of roles. We have lived so much. And we have so much. Each and every one of us has so much to bring to the table. But where is this? Where is that space? Where is that community where you can share your wisdom, your your infinite love that you harbor in your heart, but you don't know where to pour because you feel that. You may end up getting hurt, and you may end up getting misunderstood. So how about a platform where you can bring your gifts and have a space which is safe, where you can say, hey, I need help, or uh, what do I do about this, without feeling, oh, this is such a stupid thing, or without feeling afraid to be vulnerable. And so I wanted that kind of a community where we women can be there for each other. We can hold a space for each other. We can remind each other when we forget who we are. Very important. I think those reminders are very important. Yeah. And to cheer each other on. And then sometimes you may be just feeling like blah, and you just want to vent. Okay, here's a space. You can just be who you want to be today. No issue. So that's the kind of a space I wanted to create. And that's exactly what I did for 2024.
She thrives. Well, we'll find out. We'll put more about it in the, if that's okay with you. We want to put more
Sure.
about that in the whatever the links and all the techie things. But oh my God.
So yeah, and the other thing that you asked me, so uh, we've just about started, and we've had a few signups from India for sure, and we've also had some signups from a couple of other countries as well. So yeah, it's expanding.
Oh, let's go global. That's how the whole thing started with Paradigm Shifters too. I thought there were going to maybe about 25 people, man, and we're like we're like expanding, it's like a couple thousand. But you know what? Every single person has a story,
Yes,
and each story creates an expansion, and it's
absolutely,
totally global. And
absolutely.
and it's such a pleasure to for me to uh, expose my friends from India. Next week we'll have a friend from New Zealand, and to make this to create, empower, and create. So, oh my
What
goodness.
you're doing is so amazing, because there's wealth out there, right? There's wealth out there sitting in everyone's heart. And what better way to live than to bring that wealth to, so many more people?
And that's the impact, isn't it, Shmirti?
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, so here's the question that I ask,
Hmm.
you know, that we want to, and we as a community of paradigm shifters, we love to bless our speakers on your journey. So, what would you love to have us hold for you in 2024? What would you love? We're here to shift and uplift you. What would you?
Absolutely healthy, energetic, vibrant body.
Oh, all right, everybody. Now, all you have to do is receive over there in India, okay? Wow. Find
Thank
a
you.
healthy body. All right. I'm going to go out and kayak after this just for you. How's that? Ready? Vibrant, healthy body. You ready? Whoosh. Do you get it? Oh, receive, receive. Wow. So grateful for you and your commitment.
Oh, that's delicious and goozy.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So grateful.
Thank you so much. And oh man, just this little window of time that will the ripple effect of this window of time. Thank you so much for January 9th, 2024 and beyond.
Absolutely. And so it is.
And so it is. Oh,